There may be a squirrel in your yard right now that knows more about you than you think. Not in a magical way, and not in the way people imagine animals secretly understanding everything. But in the quiet, watchful way a wild animal studies the world it depends on. Every time you open the back door, step onto the porch, water your plants, or walk past the window, that squirrel may be paying attention. And if the same squirrel keeps coming back to your yard, it may not be a coincidence at all. Squirrels are not random little visitors running through the grass without thought. They remember places. They remember food. They remember danger. And, more surprisingly, they can remember the people who share their small territory. So if one keeps visiting your yard, watching you from the same branch, or appearing at the same time every day, there may be a reason. Welcome to Squirrel Mind, a simple and curious space where we explore squirrel behavior, hidden habits, memory, trust, body language, warning signs, and the little things squirrels do when they feel safe, alert, hungry, or interested in you. Whether a squirrel watches you from a tree, flicks its tail, takes food from your hand, digs in your yard, looks through your window, or keeps returning every day, this channel helps you understand what those moments may mean. You do not need to be a wildlife expert to be here. Just someone who enjoys noticing the small wild visitors around them. Today, we are looking at 8 reasons a squirrel may choose your yard, what those visits actually mean, and why the final reason may change the way you see that little visitor forever. 1. Your yard has become part of her route. The first reason a squirrel keeps coming back is simple, but powerful. Your yard may have become part of her daily map. Squirrels build detailed mental maps of the places they live. They remember trees, fences, bird feeders, garden beds, hiding places, escape routes, and safe corners. To a squirrel, your yard is not just open space. It is a network of paths, risks, rewards, and familiar landmarks. If she keeps coming back, it means your yard has become useful enough to remember. She may know which branch gives the best view. She may know which fence rail leads safely across the yard. She may know which corner stays quiet in the morning. And she may know exactly where to run if something scares her. That is why she returns. Not because she is wandering without purpose, but because your yard has become part of the world she understands. 2. She has found something worth coming back for. The second reason is the one most people assume first. Food. And yes, squirrels often return to places where food is reliable. They may come back for seeds under a bird feeder. They may come back for nuts from a tree. They may come back for fruit, berries, mushrooms, or soft new growth. They may even return because your yard has one thing other places nearby do not. A safe food source. But here is the part people miss. Food alone is not always enough. A squirrel does not only ask, "Is there something to eat here?" She also asks, "Can I eat here without being caught?" That means a yard with food but no cover may still feel too risky. A yard with food and nearby trees, bushes, fences, or quiet corners becomes much more valuable. So when a squirrel chooses your yard, she may not only be choosing food. She may be choosing food she can reach safely. And for a wild animal, that difference means everything. 3. She has learned your schedule. This is where the story becomes more interesting. If the same squirrel appears before you step outside, before you open the feeder, or before you even make noise, she may have learned your routine. Squirrels are excellent at remembering time patterns. They may not read clocks, but they understand rhythm. If you go outside around the same time every morning, she can begin to expect you. If you refill a feeder at the same hour, she may be nearby before you arrive. If you sit on the porch with coffee every day, she may start appearing during that quiet ritual. To you, it may feel like coincidence. But to her, your behavior has become predictable. And predictability is one of the things wild animals trust most. A sudden person is frightening. A predictable person becomes part of the landscape. So if she keeps showing up at the same time, she may not be guessing. She may be waiting. 4. She knows whether you are dangerous. This is one of the most important things a backyard squirrel learns. Not all humans are the same to her. A person who runs toward her, throws things, shouts, lets a dog chase her, or moves unpredictably becomes a threat. A person who stays calm, keeps distance, and behaves the same way each day becomes something different. Not a friend in the human sense, but a known presence, a familiar part of the yard. This is why one squirrel may bolt from a stranger but stay relaxed when you appear. She is not just reacting to a human. She is reacting to you. And if she no longer runs the moment she sees you, that is not a small sign. It means you have been sorted into a safer category. For an animal that survives by knowing what to fear, that is a serious decision. 5. She may recognize your face. This part sounds strange until you watch squirrels closely. Many wild animals learn to recognize individual humans. They notice movement, they notice voice, they notice habits, and they notice faces and body patterns more than people realize. A squirrel that has seen you again and again may begin to treat you differently from everyone else. She may let you come a little closer. She may pause instead of running. She may sit upright and study you. She may even move to a better branch just to keep you in view. This does not mean she loves you the way a pet might. But it may mean she knows you are the one who belongs to this yard. And that kind of recognition is still remarkable. 6. She may trust you enough to eat nearby. Food is one thing, eating near a human is another. When a squirrel lowers her head to eat, she loses a little bit of awareness. For a prey animal, that is risky. So if she eats while you are nearby, she has made a calculation. She has decided the reward is worth the risk. And more importantly, she has decided you are not the main danger. This is why hand-feeding videos can be tempting, but distance is usually safer. A squirrel does not need to touch your hand to show trust. Sometimes trust looks like staying. Sometimes it looks like eating without panic. Sometimes it looks like glancing at you once, then going back to what she was doing. That tiny choice says more than people think. 7. She may be caching food near you. This is one of the most fascinating squirrel behaviors. Squirrels hide food for later. They bury nuts, seeds, and other food across many different locations. But they are careful about who watches. If another squirrel is nearby, she may pretend to bury food and hide it somewhere else. That means she is thinking about what others can see. So if she caches food in your yard while you are watching, that moment matters. She may not see you as a thief. She may not feel the need to hide her plan from you. She may have decided that your presence does not threaten her hidden food. That is a very different kind of comfort. Not pet-like affection, but wild trust. 8. She has made your yard part of her world. This is the one that brings everything together. A squirrel's world is not huge. It is made of trees, rooftops, fences, branches, hiding places, food caches, and safe paths. And if she keeps returning to your yard, then your yard has become one of those important places. Not just a stop, not just a shortcut, not just a place where food happens to fall. A real part of her daily life. She knows the trees. She knows the sounds. She knows the hiding places. She knows when the yard is quiet. And she may know you. So the next time you see her sitting on the fence, flicking her tail, digging in the grass, or watching you from the same branch, do not dismiss it too quickly. To her, that place means something. And in her small wild language, returning may be the clearest way she can say it. This place is safe. This place is familiar. This place is worth remembering. And maybe, in some quiet way, you are part of why. Before I go, I want to ask you something. Has a squirrel ever kept coming back to your yard? Did you start to recognize her? Did she appear at the same time every day? Did she watch you from a tree, wait near the feeder, or sit by the window like she knew exactly where she was? Tell us about it in the comments. Your story might sound small to someone else, but here at Squirrel Mind, we know the small wild moments are often the ones people remember most. If this video helped you see the squirrels in your yard differently, subscribe to Squirrel Mind, because the next quiet story may already be waiting outside your window.